What is going on, guys? This is your role model of the IWC making my long-awaited return to YouTube. I've been away for a few weeks. If you haven't heard already, the reason I had to go on a hiatus is because my grandmother actually passed away. So I had to go back home. But now I'm back at campus. Got back into the flow of things. Got caught up with some work that I missed, and now we are back on the YouTube grind. I did not want to miss this weekend for Impact Bound for Glory. We also have Hell in a Cell this weekend. It's gonna be a big weekend here on the channel. The time you guys seeing this, I was actually supposed to be joining Joseph Conlon on the Big Fight Field channel for the Hell in a Cell predictions. That has been canceled. We will be doing the full gear predictions instead, just because as of right now we have 4 announced matches, so we're both gonna hold back because our schedules didn't align with each other, and I'm probably gonna do that on maybe Saturday. But let's get right into Impact Bound for Glory. It comes at us this Saturday, October 24th. I'm excited. I know you guys are. Let's get right into the show. We started off with EC3 versus Moose. We all know how EC3 finally made his return to Impact after a pretty stale run in the WWE. He made his return. He said he was going to destroy his past, and that includes the championship. So he threw Moose's TNA World Heavyweight Championship off of the bridge. Obviously, Moose pissed off about that. Sorry if you can hear the people out in the hallway. I am in a dorm. But this is EC3's big match back. This is his big moment. What better way to get back in the swing of things in Impact Wrestling than to be a top guy, a top athlete in Impact, a champion of sorts, self-proclaimed champion, but he still had a belt, and they were still pushing this guy as if he's a champion. And Moose, what better way than doing that than getting EC3 a big win? I'm taking EC3 to win here against Moose at Bound for Glory. I'm excited to see EC3 back in the full swing of things. It should be very interesting to see how EC3 is used going forward with Impact, especially because I think he could have been a major star in the E. So I hope that they push him back to the quality that we all know he can be. Next, we have the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. Now, this match is basically a battle royal at the beginning until there's 2 competitors left. And when there's 2 competitors left, the winner will actually get a shot. I mean, my bad. The 2 competitors at the end will go one-on-one as if it's a normal match. And the winner of that will actually get a shot at whatever championship they wish. They have women in this. They got men. They got all sorts of things in this match. So you could have a mixture. You could have maybe Tennille versus Larry D at the end. Not saying that's going to be the case. But you have a lot of different scenarios where maybe a tag team wrestler wins this match and goes for the tag team champions. Maybe it's a woman wins the match and goes after Deonna Perazo or Kylie Ray. Maybe the men win it and maybe they go after Eric Young. There's a lot of different scenarios. I really like the idea of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. It should be fun. So far, we have the announced contestants of AC Romero, Brian Myers, Havoc, Heath Hernandez, Larry D, Rhino, Taya Valkyrie, Tenelle Dashwood, Tommy Dreamer, and there is one more contestant who we have no idea who it is yet. I was kind of looking around prior to getting on the video here, and I was trying to think of who it could possibly be, maybe coming up with some names. I thought maybe it's Sami Callihan, but then I was like, well, he's in the Ken Shamrock story, so it doesn't really make sense. I was thinking maybe one of the guys that the WWE dropped. I don't know. Usually I can come out here and throw some names around, but I really don't know who it's going to be. I expect it to be a notable name. I expect it to be a name that a lot of people will probably be hyped about, because Impact has been doing a really good job at bringing in people that people know and people that can boost the interest in their show, like when they brought in Eric Young, when they brought in Deonna Perazo, when they brought in Tenille Dashwood, when they brought in a lot of the guys like EC3 that are coming from the WWE name. They're bringing in, and it's not just the rejects. They actually have plans with them, so I really like that. But in this match, necessarily, I don't even know who I really have win it. I only really have maybe 2 people here that makes sense. And in this match, actually, in order for Rhino or in order for Heath to get signed to Impact, he has to win this match. Him or Rhino has to win this match. And Rhino, if they do not win, his contract will be terminated with Impact Wrestling. I don't know what to think about that because I don't think Heath or Rhino really should be vying for a championship. Heath, I don't see him. Maybe as an X Division guy, I don't see him facing an Eric Young. I don't see them going after the tag titles from whomever wins later on in the evening. I just don't see it happening. The thing I do see happen, I can't see AC Romero winning. I can't see Brian Myers winning. I can't see Havoc. I can't see Hernandez. I can't see Larry D. I can't see Tommy Dreamer. But I can see 2 people. I can see Taya Valkyrie winning, or I could see Tenille Dashwood winning. And depending on who the TBD is, the mystery opponent might be able to win. I don't know who that might be. But if I'm going to have to make a safe bet, I would actually bet against Heath and Rhino. I don't think they're going to win. I think Rhino's going to have to get his contract terminated because it just makes no sense. It makes no sense to have either of them win. I mean, Rhino, he's probably going to go face for... I mean, they might challenge for the tag titles, but that wouldn't make much sense because they're going to lose. Rhino might be able to go face EC3, but that doesn't matter because he's going to lose. It's just a lose-lose scenario. There's no belief in that. But the 2 names I can get behind are Taya and Tenille. Taya, obviously, she can put on great matches with Deonna Perazo. Tenille, obviously, one of the women that they brought in, expecting to make the women's division even better than what it is. So those are the 2 names that I see as possible candidates to win rather than the obvious Heath and Rhino just because of the stipulation they got on it. This might be like a Drake Maverick situation where they just impress him during the match and then they're like, you know what, we'll offer you a contract. That might be what we're looking at. But I'm going with Tenille Dashwood just simply because we've seen Taya and Deonna. Taya's already been the champion. Tenille, she's fresh. She just came back. She and Deonna can put on a great match. She and Kylie Ray can put on a great match. It doesn't matter. Tenille is good. Tenille is pretty damn good if you ask me. She can wrestle the technical style. It doesn't matter. That she can deliver you a great women's match. I think you go with Tenille Dashwood in this situation for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. Next, we got Ken Shamrock versus Eddie Edwards. Sami Callihan actually did enlist in Ken Shamrock to face his former foe in Eddie Edwards at Bound for Glory. The story's simple. Sami Callihan wants to wipe his hands of the blood of Eddie Edwards. He wants to get rid of Eddie Edwards. However, he doesn't want the blood on his hands. He wants it on someone else's hands. But Sami Callihan's going a little too fast. I don't think Ken Shamrock wins this match. I don't. I think Eddie Edwards is going to beat Ken Shamrock. That's going to piss Sami Callihan off that, you know what, my hired hitman couldn't get it done. I'm going to have to go in and do the dirty work myself. And I think we're going to end up seeing Eddie and Sami Callihan once again. I can see that situation happening. I got Eddie Edwards in this match. It's a simple story to tell. It's a story that I've seen 1,001 times. Your hired hitman can't get it done. You got to go in and do the dirty work yourself. Eddie Edwards, the ultimate underdog in this scenario. He's going to beat Ken Shamrock. Next, we have a pretty good match here for the X Division Championship. It's an intergender scramble match. This has the champion, Rohit Raju, going against Chris Bay, Jordan Grace, TJP, Trey, and Willie Mack. Now, this is going to be a good championship match. The X Division usually kills it when it comes to matches. But it's very interesting this time around because it is an intergender scramble match for the championship. This match could give us some pretty nice results, some pretty cool ones. You have a name in this match that kind of making everybody's heads turn, really on the up and come. Everybody's talking about this guy and Trey, a great performer in this match. You even got Guys like Willie Mack, who's just a fucking good-ass performer. Then you got a pretty fresh and good in the ring TJP. You got the former X Division champion Chris Bay. And you got probably one of the most dominant women in the women's division in Jordan Grace. And then you got the champion Rohit Raju, who, honestly, if we're being honest with ourselves, he's the least impressive out of all of these names. That is pretty big to say when you got a championship. If you're the champion and you're the least impressive of these names, that means this match is star-studded. I'm very excited for this match. I'm not necessarily a fan of Rohit Raju particularly. If I'm booking this, my one goal really would just be to get the title off Raju, because I really don't think the guy should have ever won it. I think the title should have still been on Chris Bay, if I'm being honest myself. But then we got TJP. Could be pretty interesting to see TJP win the X Division title. But logically, it doesn't make sense. He's not really ready for it. He hasn't really done enough yet. He's just not in the right position yet for him to make sense as the X Division championship holder. Then we got Chris Bay. Obviously, it'd be nice to see him win it because I think he should have had a long run in the beginning. But unfortunately, I don't think he's getting a second title run up anytime soon. Then we got Jordan Grace. We have Trey Left and Mac. Willie, he's been a pretty big name for Impact over the past year or two. So I really don't think he needs the X Division title just because Willie Mack is really one of those guys that you can look at and you can say he has got world championship material written all over him. I could see him going for Eric Young in the near future. I would love to see that. So I don't really think he needs the X Division title, so I'm going to cut him out of it. Then we got Jordan Grace. It'd be pretty cool. But unfortunately for her, the name that's been booming as of late is Trey. And I don't see a scenario where Trey does not win this match. Trey's the name everybody's been talking about around wrestling. This guy has been killing it on the independents. He's been killing it at Warriors Wrestling. He's been killing it on Impact. Doesn't matter what show you put this guy on, he's been killing it. I'd love to see him go for the Impact Championship. However, I don't know if it's the right time. I really don't know if it's the right time for Trey to go for the Impact Championship just because there's not much room in the main event scene. You got EC3 up there. Obviously, you got Rich Swann up there. I could see EC3 joining them. Like I said, Willie Mack could join them. Sami Callihan, he's always viable option. I don't know if there's much room to get Trey, because if Trey goes for the championship in a one-on-one match, I would have Trey win. Just because Trey has had a phenomenal 2020. At the beginning of 2020, he's just another member of the Rascals. Now, Trey is his own character. Trey is his own self. He is the biggest member of the Rascals. Until the main event scene clears up on Impact, I think you need to give Trey something to do, because you can't just have Trey do what he's been doing. You got to have him be something important. And that something important is giving him the X Division title. I believe he's going to end up winning the X Division title on Saturday night to keep him busy for the meantime. Trey is winning this match. I'm taking Trey. Next, we got the tag team match that a lot of people are looking forward to, including myself. We got the Motor City Machine Guns defending their tag team championships against the Good Brothers, the North, and then the team of Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. I'm going to be honest with you. There is not much you can do if you're Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. There's not much you can do. There's a very slim chance that they walk out of this as the champions. It is. This match should be fun. It should be a good match. But I think it's pretty predictable. I think everybody knows where this match is going. The North, they're coming off the win at Victory Road. They're probably not going to be even a viable option here. Are they one of the best tag teams that Impact's had? Absolutely. They had a long title run. A very long title run. But it's not their time anymore. They got new guys in town. Then you got Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. I like Ace Austin. I think he has a lot of potential. And to be quite honest with you, I think both of them have more potential separate rather than as a team. So I don't see them winning. At least one team. Motor City Machine Guns, they've had a nice return. They've had a nice run. They did what they did. They came back for nostalgia. They had the championships for a little bit. But the time's up. It's time to pass the nostalgia feeling. It's time to get over the honeymoon phase. It's time to get the title into the hands of the guys that they were signed to be champions. It's time to get the titles in the hands of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Doc Gallows and Anderson. Doesn't matter how you call them. The Good Brothers. They need these championships. They're going to win at Bound for Glory. I'm taking the Good Brothers. Next, we have a match that I'm very, very excited for. See, that's the thing with Impact. I got Hell in a Cell coming this weekend. We only have 4 matches announced. 2 of them I'm very excited for. But Impact, I feel like I'm a broken record. All I say is I'm very excited because they're putting on good matches. They have stories. They make sense. It's not that hard, Vince. Just follow Impact's lead. Follow AEW's lead. Follow anybody with a competent writing team's lead. It is not that complicated. It is not that complicated. Impact seems to have no issues. No issues making me invested. We have Deonna Perazo defending her championship against Kylie Ray. Deonna, she's been doing some of the best work of her career. That's not a debatable thing. Look at NXT. This version of Deonna Perazo wasn't even looked at on NXT. They didn't even think about using Deonna Perazo. They didn't think of showcasing her technical wrestling abilities. They didn't think of making her better than everybody by making her the actual virtuosa and not just a catchphrase. They didn't think about that. Impact did. And then we look at Kylie Ray. Kylie Ray, obviously, she's no longer on AEW. They decided to bring her in. Kylie Ray, one of the names I think everybody fallen in love with. She's just a good wrestler. She's a very excitable character. She's like a Bayley of sorts. A very lovable character. And I'm going to be honest. I feel like the move to bring in Kylie Ray was intended for her to be the champion. I think the goal is for Kylie Ray to be the face of the division. However, I'm going to make an audible. On my notes, I don't have Deonna Perazo winning. I don't have that written down. I have Kylie Ray. I'm gonna pull an audible. In this match, I think Deonna Perazo wins. I think Deonna Perazo is going to win. And I think she's going to go on and she's going to defend her title against Tenille Dashwood. That makes the most sense. Kylie Ray, should she be a champion? Absolutely. Absolutely. Deonna might seem a little bit too soon for her to drop the title. She just won it at Slammiversary. But then you have Tenille Dashwood, who also is returning. Also is a big name in the women's division. She could easily be the champion. I have Deonna Perazo win this match and hold it at least to another match with Tenille Dashwood. That is what I'm going to go with. I'm taking Deonna Perazo. I made an audible, but I'm taking Deonna Perazo. Gut feeling last second. Next, we have the main event of the evening. We got Eric Young, the Impact Champion, defending his title against Rich Swann. Now, once again, this is another story that I'm a sucker for. It's a story we've seen 1,001 times. The champion picks upon the vulnerable, making them feel like the underdog. Kind of like a Daniel Bryan scenario. Except not necessarily the same. This one has Eric Young kind of pick at the fact that Rich Swann was coming off an injury. Focused on the leg. Tried to make Rich Swann never wrestle again. Matter of fact, doctors didn't even clear Rich Swann. But he's going to be there. Because they can't control Rich Swann. He's a different breed. Usually this story, we have the underdog, such as a Daniel Bryan, overcome all the odds. Usually, like what happened with Moxley, he couldn't see in an eye, he hulks up and he wins the match. I don't think this is the same situation. This match is going to be very similar to what we've seen EY do to Rich Swann over the past few months. I expect Eric Young to victimize, destroy, mangle everything that Rich Swann stands for. I don't see Rich Swann walking by the end of this match. Whether it's, obviously it's perfect kayfabe, but I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. Rich Swann is going to leave a different man than he came in at the hands of Eric Young. Eric Young, unlike Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan's story where the blood wasn't on Sammy's hands, all the blood is going to be on Eric Young's hands. And he's going to sit there and doing that goofy little laugh, that evil little laugh that Eric Young's known for. I got all the confidence in the world that Eric Young beats Rich Swann. Not just beats, embarrasses Rich Swann at Bound for Glory. That's all I got. That's all I got. Hopefully you did enjoy my return here with the predictions for Bound for Glory. This will be coming out Friday, so I will see you guys then. I wanted to film Hell in a Cell already. However, that probably won't happen because we don't have many matches announced. So I might have to film that on Saturday, actually. Don't know. But this will be coming out Friday, so thank you for welcoming me back to your screens on YouTube. Tomorrow night I'm speaking as if it's still Friday for you guys. Tomorrow night, we will have the Bound for Glory review immediately following Bound for Glory, so do be on the lookout for that. Hell in a Cell will be out sometime tomorrow. Then on Sunday, we actually will be doing the Hell in a Cell review. I'm very excited for that. And like I said, we aren't joining Joseph Conlon this week for the Hell in a Cell weekend just because there's not enough matches announced. We're going to film it on Thursday. There's just not going to be enough matches for you guys to have an entertaining show. So we're actually going to be doing Full Gear instead, which is also coming up in the next few weeks. So we got a big few weeks ahead of us, guys. We got a big few weeks ahead of us. I'm glad to be back, though. I've missed it. Thank you for welcoming me back. Thank you to everybody who's been over on Twitter and sent their condolences for me when I had to take a step back from YouTube. I really do appreciate that. But I'll see you guys next time. It's been your role model of the IWC Gamers Goon. Like I said, big weekend on the come up, guys. And next week, we are kicking it right back into the full week of content. Tuesdays, we got the NFL on. Tuesdays that there's not Tuesday games, we got the NFL. And then on Wednesdays, we are going to be bringing back the AEW weekly reviews. Then obviously we got the big news for Full Gear. We're going to be bringing that in once that weekend comes on around. But back in the gear of things, man. I'll see you guys next time. It's been your role model of the IWC, Gamers Goon. Thank you guys for coming back. Make sure you always click that like and subscribe button. Make sure you share it on Twitter. Make sure you share it on your Snapchats. I don't really care how you share it. Just make sure you share it. Thank you guys for 200 plus subs. We're actually at 210. I don't even know how we got there. I gained 20 subs while not even being on YouTube. So big shout out to all of you. But I'll see you guys in the next video.